live with breaking news. This is Channel 4 News Today.
We begin with breaking news in South Nashville this morning, where Metro Police are investigating a possible shooting. Officers were called out to Glen Rose Avenue just before 5 this morning, and right now it's not clear exactly what happened. Several officers are on the scene right now, and we're going to bring you more information as soon as it does become available this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Channel 4 News Today. I'm Ann McCloy here with meteorologist Nancy Van Camp. Good morning.
Good morning to you. It's a nice morning. It's a kind of cool out there this morning, and it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. Let's take a look at what we're seeing temperature-wise this morning. So all in all, we're talking about a gorgeous day.
I love it. I love how summer returned at the last minute.
At the very last minute.
Yes, love it. All right. 6:01, we're going to get to our news headlines now. At least 2 people are dead after a horrific crash in Brentwood. It happened around 11 last night on I-65 near Concord Road. We know at least 2 cars were involved in the accident. Police had to shut down the northbound lanes for several hours. And it was another bad night for Nashville pedestrians. 2 people were hurt in separate accidents overnight. The first one around 10:30. Police say a man was trying to cross Lebanon Pike when he was hit by an oncoming car. According to investigators, he wasn't in a crosswalk. The man was rushed to Vanderbilt in critical condition. The driver is not facing any charges. And just a few hours later, another man was hit by a car along Murfreesboro Road in South Nashville. Police say he was also hit while he was trying to cross the street. Officers expect him to survive. Police say the driver did not see him until it was too late. Nashville may be developing a reputation as a dangerous place for pedestrians. In recent months, several people have been hit along busy roads, including a 95-year-old woman, Elizabeth Noose, who died on Friday just one day after she was hit by an SUV on Harding Pike. Police say she was on the sidewalk at the time of the accident. Earlier this time of year, 9-year-old Emma Bradshaw was hit by a car along Old Hickory Boulevard in Bellevue. Mayor Dean has spent years trying to make Nashville a safer place for pedestrians and bicycles, building bike lanes, trails, and sidewalks. But according to Metro Planning Organization, 88% of roads in the Nashville area earned a D or worse for pedestrian safety. Just hours from now, firefighters from across the state will gather to remember colleagues who've died in the line of duty. Among those being honored is Decatur County Fire Chief Kenny Fox. Fox died last year when a burning building collapsed on top of him. Just before the building gave way, he pushed 2 other firefighters outside to safety. Investigators later determined the blaze was the result of arson. The state offered a $20,000 reward for information on the person who set that fire. 3 people are facing charges after a big gambling bust. Metro Police raided a home in Antioch where they found $114,000 cash and a shotgun. They also raided a North Nashville home where they found more than $22,000 and other evidence. Police made the bust after a 4-month undercover investigation.
We have caused a major disruption, if you will, into this what is a very organized illegal gambling operation that has spanned across the city of Nashville.
Justin Durrell was arrested for gambling promotion. Gwendolyn Brandon has been charged with participating in illegal gambling. And Edna Davenport, who police say was the leader, is facing charges of aggravated gambling promotion and possession of gambling records. 5 people in East Tennessee are facing a long list of charges after an illegal bear hunt. Wildlife officers say the group used chocolate candy as bait, then sent dogs after the bear to force it up a tree. The suspects then allegedly shot the animal and skinned it. The TWRA says the case should serve as a warning to others. The agency says it will prosecute poachers to the fullest extent of the law. Tennessee Democrats are gathering in Nashville tonight for their annual Jackson Day dinner. The group is holding a party at the Musicians Hall of Fame. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine is among the keynote speakers. Organizers have a special honor in store for Congressman Jim Cooper. He's set to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. And at 6:05, it's going to be another big day at the Tennessee State Fair. The annual celebration started yesterday. Organizers have set up all kinds of activities. A pig race, flying dog show, and kids ice cream eating contest are just a few of the highlights from today's schedule. Tickets are $8 for adults, $6 for seniors, and children ages 3 and up. Downtown Nashville was packed last night. You can guess why. Country star Keith Urban performed a series of concerts. The show started at Cumberland Park and then moved to Legends, Tootsie's, and the stage along Broadway. Fans got to hear some old favorites and a number of new songs from Urban's new album.
We're just really excited about the whole thing, and I like the way, because you get your fans to come out and actually be here and support us and show, you know, that the music is for them.
I just love how he plays. He becomes one with his song. It's just amazing. It's an experience to watch him play.
Urban's new album, Fuse, hit stores on Tuesday. I wish I made it out to that. It looked like it was going to be a lot of fun, but Nancy and I had to hit the hay so we could be here to tell you about the news and weather.
To tell you about the weather, absolutely. Well, you can see in this picture right behind me that we do have a few foggy spots this morning. Check out that temperature for next Friday. We will have dropped to 85 by then, starting to feel a bit more like fall by then. Ann?
I love fall. It's coming so soon. Well, hey, it may be a good day to take the family out to Centennial Park. The Musicians Corner concert series is back, and 3 different music acts are set to hit the stage. The free show runs from noon to 5. 30 food trucks will be on hand, and there will be plenty of activities for the kids, too, including a visit from our old pal, Snowbird. The annual Dragon Boat Festival is back, and today dozens of teams will be racing down the Cumberland River. The 250-meter course is right in front of LP Field. You can sit at Riverfront Park and watch it there for free. The races start at 9 this morning. Up next, the crisis in Syria, the latest on the debate over a U.S. military strike, and later a wild ride, dramatic new video of a helicopter crash. Welcome back, everybody. 6:11 is your time. A live look over downtown Nashville this morning. Really nice weather. We're waking up in the 70s. It's just going to heat up from here. President Obama is going to address the nation next week about what's going on in Syria. He wants to rally support for U.S. military strikes in Syria. But the question is, will Americans support it? Here's Steve Handelsman with the latest. Now that the G20 summit is over, President Obama is back at the White House. He's gearing up for his address to the nation Tuesday night, and the White House is reporting that the ruler of Kuwait will visit the president later next week to talk about the issues in the Middle East. The jobs report for the month of August is out, but it's not what officials were looking for. 169,000 jobs were added last month. The unemployment rate dropped to 7.3%, but that's mostly because people dropped out of the labor force and don't count as unemployed. The Federal Reserve is trying to decide if it should start scaling back its stimulus measures expected later this month. Basketball legend Dennis Rodman has left North Korea and is now in China. He arrived in Beijing early this morning, and this was his second trip to the country this year. When asked about the imprisoned American Kenneth Bae, he told reporters it's not his job to talk about it. Bae is facing 15 years of hard labor after he was convicted of hostile acts against North Korea. We have new video this morning of a helicopter crash that was caught on camera from inside the chopper. Wow. A crew from Deddy Outdoors was shooting video for a new project in New Mexico. They had several cameras on board, and you can see all the different views of the crash. One of the passengers talked about what he was doing and what he was thinking when he went down.
I remember when we hit the ground, I remember yelling, like, kill it, like, kill the motor. And the pilot, I mean, he was already in the process of doing all the emergency stuff, shutting it down, but that's the only thing I could think about was the rotor coming through.
Everyone on board did survive the crash, but one crew member had some broken ribs. The crash is still under investigation, but a passenger said it felt like the wind pushed the chopper as it made a turn. This house in California was blown to pieces in an explosion. It happened yesterday in Riverside. You can see there's nothing left of the home, and a lot of houses nearby were also damaged. Neighbors had to be evacuated while crews put out the flames in the aftermath. No one was inside the home when it blew up, and crews are still investigating what caused it. We're going to find out today where the 2020 Summer Olympics will be held. The International Olympic Committee is going to announce the host city today. The top 3 contenders are Tokyo, Madrid, and Istanbul. All 3 spent their last day campaigning yesterday to get support for their bids and secure the world's biggest sporting event. The Olympics back already. I feel like they were just here a couple months ago.
Time flies when you're having fun, they say.
But they're always fun to watch. All right, so I said we were waking up in the 70s earlier, but it's really like 60s right now.
60s
getting hotter.
and one area has even dropped down barely into the 50s. So it's a cool morning. So overall, today is going to be a lovely, summery day in Middle Tennessee. We'll be right back with more news and weather for you.
And coming up, the latest on a shooting investigation happening right now in South Nashville. We'll take you there. And another deadly night on mid-state roads. New information about a crash that left I-65 closed for hours overnight.